Welcome, guys. Well, we got the plasma cutter all painted, we've got it assembled, and we've got it out in the garage, and we're going to try and make our first cuts. If you see a little steam coming out, that's the warm water that we took from the house and filled the water pan. So we have the water pan in there. It's a little bit cold today, but I think it'll work. So we've got the box on, we've got the wires on, we've got the plasma cutter hooked up, and we're going to try and make some first cuts with the machine. So we've got the plasma cutter out in the garage, and we're getting ready to do the first run on it. We just wanted to show the setup that we made. So we forgot to film this, but what we did is we took some 2-inch piece of stock and we just put 2 cutoff wheels in a grinder, and we ground these down to set the slats in. Now it was going to be impossible to get those the right depth. So what we did is we just tacked on a piece of 1/2 inch on the other end. So that sets perfect depth for all of our slats. And then we welded on a couple pieces of angle iron. So this will sit inside of our water pan, but it'll also sit on these blocks here. You can drop a screw in to hold them in place, but you can cut $130 out of this project by not using the water pan. We felt it was worth it just to keep the dust down and other advantages of the water pan. You get a little splash up from the water, and it keeps your metal from warping a little bit. But you cut $130 out of that. We did make our slats, are just 1/8 inch by 2 inch, and we held them over the edge of the table and just put a small bend in them by hand. So we'll get the water pan in, we'll get it assembled, and we're going to cut some metal today. You can notice that our cutter does sit close to the ground. That was intentional. Kind of by design, we don't have a lot of space, but if we pull out this bolt on the legs, on all 4 legs, these legs will swivel and fold up right along in here. And the height of the plasma cutter then from the ground is only 12 inches, and we can slide it under the bench and put it away. So that's why our legs are so short. If they're any longer, the legs would hit in the middle, and they wouldn't fold up like that. So that was one of the design criteria. We don't expect to run this a tremendous amount, but it'll be easy to pull out. Put the legs down, put in 4 bolts, and we're up and cutting. Okay guys, we're going to make the first cut. We're just cutting some 1/4 inch flat stock. We're just going to make a straight pass across it. Let's see how it works. Well, we'll take a look here. Looks like we have some adjustments to do on there. We didn't get quite a good cut, but for the first pass, it's working. We gotta slow it down and maybe add some amperage. Well, we made a couple adjustments, and we're gonna make a pass across it again. So we'll see if the adjustments that we did are having an impact. Guys, probably I need to still make some more adjustments, but boy, we got a nice cut there. A little bit of dross on it, not too bad, but we're just for the second cut on the machine. It looks like it's coming around. Well guys, for those of you that are interested, we're running a low-dose machine, plasma cutter. We picked it up off of Amazon. We read a lot of reviews about it. It's a LTP 5500D, and it is set up for CNC. It's got the low frequency start. It's got the CNC controls in the back, both for starting and if you're going to run a torch-height controller. So we've only had the machine a couple days. We really like it. We've been able to test it out just by hand, and it cuts inch and or excuse me, 1/2 inch real easy by hand. We haven't ran anything like that on the table, you know, but just in case you are interested. So we missed the first couple cuts. We forgot to film them on the plasma table. We got the third cut. You'll see that a little bit later in the video. But what we did is we drew a circle and a square in Fusion, and then we sent it to the plasma cutter. So the first one came out, the circle and the square. We had a lot of draws, so we decided to rerun it, and we sped the torch up. We doubled the speed on the torch, and we just didn't get a good puncture, didn't catch, didn't work. It actually moved the metal, and so we went halfway. So we were slow here, we were fast here, and we went right in the middle there, and this is the one that you saw. But we just wanted to show you the parts from the first cut off the machine. Some reason we forgot to record it. Okay, we've added some weight to the metal, and we're going to give it another try. Well, guys, it looks like on this part, if there's any problem, it was on us because we didn't have the metal quite centered on the machine when we started it. We should have taken a second look at it, but it looks like we've got a real nice cuts on here. I'm not sure if the parts are loose. They're actually stuck to the table. There we go. Just the metal was a little bit stuck. So the square fell out. The circle, oh, look at that. Looks like a pretty good cut. A little bit of dross on there. We sped it up. We're running a little bit faster. So it looks like things are working. We're making some progress on the machine. It's just part of after you get the machine, you got to set it up. And I think that's the case with all machines. You have to make the profiles. So we're really happy with the machine for what we got into it. We've got this piece of metal that was laying around. It's 1/4 inch. It's about 2 feet by 2 feet, maybe a little bigger. We've got this angle iron welded on it. It's just some scrap we found. We're going to try and run a pass down it and get that squared up so we have a nice clean piece of metal without that angle iron on it. Sorry about that, guys, but the compressor keeps kicking on. Looks like we made a nice clean cut on here. See if we can't get this pulled out. Show you the cut. Made a real nice cut along there on that 2 foot length, and we ended up with a nice piece of metal sitting here. So we're really liking the machine. I know I've said that a couple times, but it looks like it's working. Its first few cuts, you've seen them just the same as we have. Well, guys, we're really happy with the plasma cutter and how it's turned out. We've been getting a lot of questions about plans, the 3D printed parts, the files. We're just trying to gauge if there's any interest if we put together a plan package also with the 3D parts, if anyone would be interested in paying a few dollars to help support the channel. Get these out, we could have a various level of packages, whether we supplied the 3D printed parts or not, or just the DFX files, along with the plans and the bill of materials. Please let us know. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it.